let's take a look at Ashley Westwood's World Cup Dream 11. Ashley, you have Klose, Muller, Robben, Messi, Pogba, Mascherano, Blend, Hummels, Company, Lahm and Neuer in your positions. Just take us through your dream team.
Well, I've started at the back with the goalkeeper, obviously Neuer, fantastic display. You know, the way he swept his box, commanded his box, his big presence, picks himself really. I think he'll be in most people's teams. Gone with Lahm at right back for his consistency, what he's done on the ball. He's moved from midfield to right back, been a fantastic captain. Midfield partnership, two very strong centre halves, both capable in the air, both capable of scoring goals from set pieces. Hummels actually got one. Blind, I put him in. It was him or Rojo really from Argentina, but I just give it Blind because of that marvellous through ball that we've seen for Van Persie, the assist that he got. Midfield, the two at the spine of the midfield, if you like, Pogba and Mascherano. Mascherano sitting in front of the back four, sweeping everything up. Pogba for his athleticism, his youth, and his goal as well, getting forward. All geared to get the ball to Messi so he can cause his danger that we've seen him do. And then lots of pace and goals up front. Muller obviously scored a load of goals. Klose just recognising the fact that he got the record and deserves to be in the side. And then Robben, we all seen he was probably out and out the best threat going forward with his pace and his trickery and his diving abilities, if you like.
So I have one question for you. I'm surprised you don't have Sturridge up front. I mean, being an Englishman, he impressed at the World Cup. Perhaps the talent to look out for the future. Why no Sturridge?
What you didn't see was my bench. I had 10 English lads on the bench, just trying to get them in anywhere I could, but I don't think they deserve the starting 11, so we'll get them just carrying the waters and just supplying the drinks for the boys.
All right, prepare them for the next World Cup. All right, but the players, these are players that impressed you the most. You don't have Rodriguez in it, just couldn't fit him in?
Yeah, I mean, for me it's Messi or Rodriguez. Messi just because he's done it year in, year out. You know, he's had a fantastic tournament. Unlucky not to get a goal and get the top accolade, but deservedly for me got the player of the tournament. He starts right up there. His assists, he's 74% of all, you know, involved in all of Argentina's goals. So it was him or Rodriguez. Unfortunately, he can't have the pair.
Yes, 5 Germans in your team, a couple of Argentines, French, 2 Dutch players, and 1 Company from Belgium. Kevin, what do you have to say about your countrymates' dream team from this World Cup?
I'm actually looking here at the Match of the Day, the experts on Match of the Day TV, and they agree with 8 of those selections. So I'll just give you the experts' view here. They had Cruz in midfield. They had Gonzalez from Costa Rica as one of the best 2 centre-backs of the tournament, which was a slight surprise to me. And they did have James Rodriguez in the team as well. They did play him along with Messi, Robben and Muller. So that's the 3 different ones here. Again, 4 Germans, 2 Argentines, 2 Dutch, 5 Germans, sorry. Costa Rica and Colombia, no Englishmen.
Yes, no Englishmen in the other team as well, I believe. Let's go across now to Eric's dream team. He has Benzema, Muller, Robben, consistent in both teams, but Eric has in fact included Rodriguez. Pogba again featuring in Eric's list, Schweinsteiger, Marcelo, Hummels, Vlaar, Lahm and Neuer. If you can just play the graphics of Eric's dream team on the screen so that we can have a better idea about what we're talking about. So here's Eric's dream team. Eric, you have a lot of similar players. Of course, Germans dominating yours as well. Give us your explanations for this dream team.
Yeah, I mean, we're looking at a typical 4-3-3 formation out here with them. And we know how effective Neuer has been in the goal. So he's a goalkeeper sweeper. And we know how effective Pogba has been here. And Rodriguez for obvious reasons. So when I look at the back 4, we got Lahm, it goes without saying. And Ashley and I agree on that. And Lahm and Hummels, both very strong, very effective centre-backs. They can hold their fort. And it's difficult to penetrate through. Marcelo, because he's really effective. He did things right.
I'm a little surprised to see Marcelo, frankly.
That's to be really honest.
He had an own goal in the World Cup, remember?
He became Marcelo, which? But you know, I got him just because the World Cup was at Brazil. He's an effective player, has a great season at Real Madrid, won the Champions League. There could be more that he could have done, but yes, purely because of that. Then I got Schweinsteiger. We all saw how effective he was.
Yeah, he was brilliant last night.
And Pogba, obviously the French connection comes in here. How effective this young player has been, and in terms of he's been awarded and recognized to be one of the most promising young players.
Yeah.
And Pogba, I think, has a great future. And Rodriguez, for obvious reasons, the way he volleyed the ball, I mean that...
A flash of brilliance maybe from him.
Excellent. And
it just makes your day, isn't it?
Exactly. He carried the whole team on his shoulders, to be really honest. He did fantastic. And then Muller, obviously.
Muller, Robin, we all understand why. Of course, Robin could have been one of the players of the tournament as well. But of
Exactly.
course, I'm not surprised you chose Benzema, the French player, up front.
Because in French they say tout est imagine, tout est possible. So these guys can imagine and they can make things possible. So definitely, and Benzema's been very effective.
Yeah.
He's almost converted 74% of his opportunities and kept it in frame. And what an efficient player. He's been effective. At times he's coming from the left side and been effective. And I really admire that goal which was disallowed for Benzema, which he curled the ball the first time and got the side netting. Beautiful.
Right.
I mean, this man's the next Zidane for me, to be really honest.
All right, let's go across to Arunava then and take his comments on Eric's dream team, Arunava.
Interesting one, but sorry, Eric, but Marcello, no, sorry, that doesn't work. And I think the left back position is one of the most difficult ones. I mean, most probably would have to put a right back into that position, maybe shift Lam to the other side and take someone else for the right. I think that is one of the weakest ones. I think central midfield is a difficult one because I would have liked to have seen someone like Mascherano in there. And my player of the tournament, and I said it even before the final, has been Toni Kroos. So I think Toni Kroos somewhere needs to find a place in that team. So you know, it's quite difficult to really put a team together. And Mascherano, even towards the end of this tournament, became very important and very effective for Argentina. So I think he should be also in there. But otherwise, it's picking 5 or 6 of the players trying to fit into 3 positions. So it's not that easy.
Yeah, Kroos didn't find a place in either of your teams. I'm surprised, actually.
Yeah, it was. I had Mascherano in there, so it was. I had Pogba for his dynamics going forward, but I didn't really want two similar kind of players, so I ended up just giving him the.
He's on your bench, isn't he?
He's on the bench
with the
behind the English lads.
All right.
That was a super substitution, Arunava, so we kept it for the later.
All right, let's talk about that big one, Ashley. Lionel Messi, player of the tournament. Do you think that was more like a consolation given to whom we recognize as the best player, but he wasn't really the best player of the World Cup?
I think just his stats he's got it for, really. If he wasn't there for Argentina, there's no way they would have got to the final. He's 74% of all their goals he was involved in, 4 Man of the Match awards. He's won games single-handedly, so I think he's got it for that.
The Iran one, definitely.
Yeah, so I think he's got it just to have recognition of that. Not so much his consistent performance, it's just his moments of brilliance, which not many other players can do, so I think they've just recognised that, really.
Let me go and take Kevin's opinion on this as well. Kevin, Lionel Messi as the Golden Ball winner? Kevin, can you hear me? All right, it seems we're having some audio problem with him, but Eric, why don't you take it? Who would your be, let's say, the pick for the player of the tournament?
I mean, Messi, definitely.
Okay.
He's done well for Argentina. He's got Argentina to the second place. Doesn't get bigger than that. And everybody's seeing Argentina not doing well. He could have done that. But the fact that being recognized out here is, come on, they're the second best in the world.
Maybe we're judging him too harshly because it's Lionel Messi, isn't
Exactly.
it? We expect too much.
Yeah, I mean, he's gone through a heavy season. There were moments where he was just walking on the park, which was disappointing as a spectator. You don't expect Messi doing that. But you know what? Second position is not bad to settle for. Seriously, when you see the Brazilians at home, how they got hammered. When you see how Dutch played, I mean, and we've seen the last year's champion Spain just come in and go out. So I mean, second place is not something bad. There's always been this notion.
Second place for the team, though. We're talking about the player of the tournament.
Yeah,
you think he earned it?
But he got the team there, right?
Yeah.
Do you think we always like rewarding goals and flashes of brilliance? If you look at consistency and Lam, he's played centre midfield for 2 or 3 games. He's then gone into right back and been flawless, and he's obviously the captain of the side as well. So sometimes we're looking for extraordinary things when top team players, consistency,
the routine stuff, which really
and a
makes
captain, leader. He could have got it on that basis alone, really.
All right, so we're going to talk about our best from the World Cup in the final segment of Carnival. But first up, here's a reminder of the 6th question of the Carnival Weekly Contest number 5. The most number of spectators for a World Cup matches are held by Maracana Stadium in Rio, followed by Azteca. Which is the 3rd stadium in this list? To participate, SMS HLTCB space your answer to 52424. 3 lucky winners get selected Adidas merchandise, and at the end of our final and 5th Carnival Weekly Contest, 1 lucky winner can drive home a brand new Maruti Suzuki Swift. All you have to do is be the swiftest participant with maximum correct answers. Okay, let's talk about the manager first up. With the manager we have in our studio, Louis van Gaal. You agree with the choice, and why?
Yeah, I mean, he masterminded the victory against Spain. To get through that group alone, nobody gave him a chance. You know, his squad was tipped to not get through the groups in the early stages, and he's come through it, ended up finishing third, unlucky not to go on even further. So the substitutions he made at the right times, his tactics was clear for everyone to see, and then taking advantage of those water breaks that we remember that was so instrumental in that victory alone. So definitely deserves his spot for me.
Eric?
For me, Joachim Low. Jogi's the man because he's did it. I mean, look what he did. He got Mario Götze in. He told him, you got to be better than this guy. Do you have it in you? He says, yes.
Well,
he
as far as managing a team is concerned, I don't. Low did as well a job as anyone could.
Exactly.
He had a lot of talent in his team, but he managed them well.
You know, he had players in every quarter. I mean, all the departments, they were top players. We know what happened to Khedira. We know what happened to the substitutions. We know what worked for him. Fantastic. Super. He's been with the team for such a long period. And he's been under Jürgen Klinsmann. He's learned all the right attributes. Perfect guy. Spot on. He's the man.
All right, let's talk about Gamer Ochoa now. Kevin, this man will be remembered for a long, long time. And of course, we're still waiting to hear just where he moves, what his next club is.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, there have been a host of great performances in the tournament. Can I just say one thing, which is I disagree with the choice of Messi for Golden Ball. And he looked like he didn't deserve it on the night. James Rodriguez, as well as Golden Boot, I think should have got Golden Ball. And many people think that here as well, that he was the ultimate rising star of this tournament.
All right, let's talk about the best goalkeeper then, and we'll go to Arunava in Berlin. Neuer, there's no one who can come quite close to him. We saw very good, brave performances by the goalkeepers in this World Cup, but Neuer is a cut above, isn't he?
Brilliant. I mean, just outright brilliant what Manuel Neuer played in this World Cup, and you know, he risked his life a few times, especially against Algeria. You know, he brought the libero back, but he's one of those guys who are of the new generation of goalkeepers who are not just good ball stoppers, you know, shot stoppers, but they're also good football players. And Emmanuel Neuer, when you see him in training, could actually have been a good midfielder as well. So, you know, that's the difference now, that they're good with their feet. He's good with both his feet, and he showed that whenever it was needed.
Yes, in our list, Philipp Lahm actually is the player of the tournament. Kevin, I hope you agree with that, because we didn't quite find Lionel Messi the player of the tournament as well. And Borja, a day before the final, Germany manager Joachim Löw predicted that the German dominance will continue, just like, you know, Spain had it over the last decade. Do you agree with him, given the performances of the likes of Lahm and the others in the German team?
Yes, I do see a period of German domination. If you see club football, Bayern Munich has dominated in recent years. You know, even Borussia Dortmund has done well. The German league has become as competitive maybe as the EPL or the Spanish league. The German national team, even in the South Africa World Cup, was a revolution given the kind of attacking football they played. And this time round, it was a combination of attack and solid defense. I mean, even today, quite a few times Messi did go through, but they tried, and Bastian Schweinsteiger especially was brilliant, but he tried his best to stop Messi, and he did so. So all said and done, it is a comprehensive team effort. The Germans have always been true fighters, and they've showed it today on the park. If you see their record in the World Cup, it has been absolutely fantastic. So yes, I agree with Joachim Löw when he says it's a period of German domination. For how long, we don't know, because world football has become close. But for the moment, forget about it. 1,430 days, Germany has the rights to call themselves world champions.
Right, Ashley, a period of German dominance. It's a young team. Mario Götze, I mean, he's a star for the future himself.
Yeah, I mean, he cost £30 million almost, you know, at 22 years of age, so they were all aware of his capabilities. I think 14 of the 23 players are under 25, so that bodes well for their future. You know, they're going to get stronger and stronger. This is going to give them even more encouragement. They'll stick to the same format, good team ethics, and you know, it's nice to see on the pitch there's not one massive star for Germans. No one's running around with sleevelessness of tattoos. No one's got egos, stupid hairstyles. They just do the jobs, professional, just get on with it, and then they take the award home at the end of it. So full credit to them.
Yes, no prima donnas, no page 3 stars for the Germans. It's just on the field, the performance on the field. All right, on that touching note, it's the end of the 2014 World Cup and the end of Carnival 2014. Ashley Westwood, Eric Benny, thanks a lot for joining us throughout. And also a big thanks to Arunava Chaudhary, Kevin Moore, Roy Hay, who isn't with us today but joined us during the World Cup. Also Mihir Bose, who was our ears and eyes in Brazil. I hope he had a great time Boya Majumdar, Saurav Ganguly, all our panelists. Thanks a lot for joining us throughout the World Cup, and I hope you all had a very good time. We leave you with the visuals that will be remembered for the next 4 years. Goodbye.